our 25 days of cookies. And you know, as I get closer and closer to the end, I'm getting more and more excited. I spend more and more times researching recipes, and I came across this recipe and I just had to try it. So I want you to try it with me. It is a cinnamon roll cookie. Don't you love cinnamon rolls? I have a cinnamon roll recipe on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. I'll put a link in the description box for my cinnamon roll recipe. But this is a cinnamon roll cookie. I thought, wow, a cinnamon roll cookie. This has to be great. So I'm going to try it, and I hope you try it with me. So it starts with 1 cup of butter. Add that 1 cup of butter in here. And I'm going to whip that up till it's light and fluffy. Stir it down a little bit. Alright. Well, the next half of my videos will be with my daughter, because tomorrow is her last day of school for the winter break. And I'm going to bring her in and start teaching her to start baking cookies. And so I'm excited to have her come along with me along this journey of 25 days of cookies. And we're going to add our brown sugar and our sugar in now, along with the yolk of 1 egg. That did not work. You saw that, didn't you? I know you did. It's okay. But I'm going to take this yolk and separate that yolk from the white and add that yolk in. And I'm going to put that white to the side. Get all this butter back in. And I'm going to beat this till it's light and fluffy. So I hope you have been enjoying this journey. I sure have been having a lot of fun, you know, making all these different cookies and sharing them with my family and friends. They have been enjoying it, I must add. You know, my daughter wakes up and, you know, that's the first thing she wants to do is eat a cookie. Like, no. I know there's lots of cookies around, but no. You need to eat some food first. But, you know, she's like any other kid who would want to do the same thing. They woke up in the morning and saw all these different cookies around, and, you know, I'm going to add my vanilla extract in there. That's my homemade vanilla extract. Now this is a 3-part. So we have the dough, and then we have the filling, and then we have the glaze. So this is all for the dough. The full recipe will be in the description below. So don't worry, you don't have to worry about, oh, she didn't say how much flour. It's okay. It's okay. The full recipe will be in the description box below, as always. So don't worry. So I'm going to go ahead and add this flour in and make this dough. And then this dough has to chill for a little bit. And then we'll finish the recipe. So, I hope you have been watching because coming up on Fridays, we have our contest. So I hope you have been participating. I hope. I haven't seen much participation, but I'm trying to give some cookies away. And these are delicious cookies. So I hope you are watching and getting some cookies delivered to your house. I'm going to add just a little bit more vanilla extract. And our dough is coming together nicely. I'm going to take it down and work it a little bit with my hands. Just take it off the glue over my hands. Here's my spatula. So this is similar to a shortbread cookie. It has a little extra stains because it does have an egg in it. But it is something that we do have to put in the refrigerator like a shortbread cookie. So this one does take a little bit of work, but hopefully it's going to be worth it. But I don't know, because this is a new recipe for me. So we'll see. But the dough is coming out really nice. If you start with a good dough, then you know maybe your end product is going to be good as well. So this is the dough. It is coming together. I got a little bit of the vanilla bean came in. A little piece. And the vanilla bean came out of my cup. That wasn't supposed to happen. So this is the dough. It just come together pretty good. And I'm just going to wrap it in some parchment paper and pop it in the fridge and let it get cooled down so it'll be ready to take all the filling when I put it on, because it needs to be kind of cold so that the butter and the filling will stick. So let me get my piece of parchment. Okay, you want to flatten this out a little bit so it's easier to roll out once it's chilled, because right now in its softened state I can kind of get it in the right shape that I want it in. When I'm ready to roll it, it'll roll in that shape a little bit better if I'm starting out with the right shape. So, and I want it to be rectangular in shape, so that's why I'm kind of going for a rectangular shape. So that's good enough. We're going to chill this now. I'm going to go put this in the refrigerator, and then we're going to work on the filling. Okay, we're back and we're mixing the filling up. I have 1/3 cup of brown sugar here with a couple of teaspoons of freshly ground cinnamon and 1/8 teaspoon or a pinch of salt. And I just want to say something about cinnamon. You know, it's so easy to go to the store and buy some cinnamon, and you have cinnamon, it's going to taste great because cinnamon is a nice flavor. But if you bought the whole sticks and ground it for yourself, you would have something that was so amazing, and it stays fresh for so long, so much longer than when you buy it at the store. I'm going to show you what some looks like in this spoon, just so you can get a visual. I wish I had some cinnamon from the store so you could see the difference. But this is some of my freshly ground cinnamon. It's the flavor is so strong, and you don't need as much as you. When you grind your own spices, this happens to be cinnamon, but when you grind any spices, it's gonna give you a more intense flavor because you're grinding it fresh. Think about it. They grind it at the factory, then they pack it, then they send it to your grocery store, then you bring it home. Well, how much time was it between the time they ground it and the time it got to the store? You know, this is a cinnamon bottle that I put it in, and this cinnamon said it was going to be best by July 12th, 2019. So this cinnamon sugar, but this is the cinnamon I ground. I just put it in this container. But this was cinnamon sugar, and this cinnamon sugar was going to be good or best at its best for about a year, because my mother-in-law probably bought this probably in 2018, and in 2019 this container should have been used, or I mean, you don't have to throw it away because it's Best Buy. So unless it says expires on this date, then you can continue using it. It's just not going to be the best anymore. So, but however, when you look at the Best Buy date, that's when it's going to be at its peak. But even though it's at its peak, it's still not as fresh and not as intense in flavor as when you grind it yourself. So just a little tip: you can get a coffee grinder and grind all your spices up. I ground this up in my Magic Bullet, but there's lots of ways you can get your fresh spices ground up, and at a very minimal cost. And what you get, the final product, is going to be way better. So I invite you to try this, and the next time you have to, make some baked goods, or and you want to try and grind your own spices. So that's all for this. But this right here smells so good. Smells like cinnamon rolls already. So we're just waiting for our cookie dough to get chilled, about 15 minutes, and then I'll be back to show you what that process looks like. Okay, so here we are with our cinnamon roll dough. And we're just getting it fully buttered. Need 2 tablespoons of butter to go over all of this dough. And then we are going to sprinkle our cinnamon and brown sugar here. So you want to get a good amount, because you want to be able to get that distinctive cinnamon roll flavor. So I'm not gonna go skimpy on the cinnamon sugar. Okay, that's a good one. Tried to put the whole lot. Maybe I didn't roll it thin enough. Who knows? Alright. So, I'm just going to kind of push this into the dough a little bit. our cinnamon roll cookie dough. So it's not going to handle exactly like a dough, because this is cookie dough. So it's not like a pliable bread dough. So we have to kind of manipulate it and kind of ease it into the shape we want it to go into. So be careful and take your time. You're not in a rush. There's no race. Let them know. So you're supposed to chill this dough for 15 minutes, but I ended up chilling it longer. So I'm gonna let it sit here a little bit longer and soften up a little bit, because it is cracking way too much, and it should be more of a pliable dough to be able to roll over. Oh, wait a minute. So now it's rolling a little bit better. I do have a few cracks, but it'll be okay. Once I chill this in the refrigerator, you won't even see those cracks once it's baked. I'm gonna roll this back up. Wrap. And now we are going to chill this dough again. And you can chill this dough up to several hours. It's up to you. I'm gonna do it for about 10 or 15 minutes. And then I'll see you back. Hello and welcome back. Our cookie dough is properly chilled, and I'm slicing away, getting them cookies sliced so that we can bake these off in a 325-degree oven. We are ready to go. So please excuse the noise that you may hear. We're having some work done here at the house. So please excuse the work people. They're just doing their job. And I'm doing mine. So let's continue going. And yeah, so these came out really nice. They smell amazing. I wish you could smell just the orange and the almond. I can smell all of that. It smells amazing. So I hope this is one you're going. And let me know in the comment section that you tried it and how it came out. You know, what did you do? Because sometimes when you're doing a recipe, it don't come out quite like the video says, even though mine should. But don't come out quite like the video says it will. And so, you know, you do little things to tweak it. So if you did something, let me know what you did. Let me know what you had to, what you encountered. Maybe I can help you to not have that problem and not have to tweak next time. So I'm going to keep on slicing these cookies, and then I'm going to come back and let you see what the finished product looked like. I'm going to space these a little bit because these are going to expand a little bit in the baking process. So I'm going to spread them out a little bit so there's plenty of space in between each cookie, which you wouldn't do if you were making real cinnamon rolls, because you want them to touch and you want them to be nice and soft on the middle and on the sides. So you want them close together so they rise up together. But for cookies, we don't want that. So I got them properly spaced. And I'm going to put these, like I said, in a 350-degree oven, and we'll see when I get back. Well, we're back. Our cinnamon roll cookies are out of the oven and freshly swirled and what's the word? Drizzled. Drizzled with our little drizzle with powdered sugar and vanilla. The cookie came out really nice, nice swirl. It looks like a cinnamon roll, but a cookie, because it is a little flat. Cinnamon rolls are normally thick. But thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends. And hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Bye for now.